Welcome back to The Grind for potentially a new series on the channel where we go through some difficult defenders and how to ideally counter them and take them down. Now, Kitty Pryde is potentially an annoying defender, and in this war fight we have Ebb and Flow Intercept. Now, with Kitty Pryde, she gains prowess on critical hits as well as when you parry her, and if it is a passive stun, then she'll get extra prowess, and if it's a guaranteed critical hit, she'll get extra prowess. So good options are champions that don't cause critical hits, and if you limit or decide not to parry, then you can pretty much prevent her from getting any prowess at all. If she does get prowess, there's two phases of things that happen. At 3 prowess, she'll start to phase, which we'll take a look at how to deal with, and at 10 prowess, she'll be able to deal incinerate damage through your block, and you don't want that to happen. So you always want to bait out her special ones to get rid of her prowess effects, unless you're in a matchup where you are able to completely shut down her prowess so effectively that you're not worried about her going to the higher numbers at all. And in this fight, I could do that. I could push her to special 2. The special 2 will not get rid of her prowess because one of the hits has to make contact with you or your block in order for the prowess to be consumed, and the special 2 is unblockable, so you don't want to get hit by that, which means that if you just avoid the special 2, she'll keep all her prowess and it'll continue to build up. So Guardian is one of my go-to options for countering Kitty Pryde in war because he can handle lots of blocked hits. If you time it right, you can do the perfect block and gain power from blocking her special 1, and he doesn't cause critical hits, so you can pretty much shut down Kitty from building up any prowess throughout the fight. Now here's another Kitty Pryde fight. This one is not awakened, but I think this one has Mighty Charge, so we are not able to parry the first hit when she dashes in, but the strategy is basically the same. We're okay parrying once in a while, just knowing that if she gets to 3, she'll start to phase, and we'll have to deal with the phase. But for the most part, when I'm using Guardian, I don't have to worry about that, and I tend to bait out heavy attacks. I attack into the block, as you see here, briefly hold block. When she goes to throw a heavy, I dash back, and then I counter and dash back in, and that's how I get my ins without having to parry, and it helps me limit the number of prowess that Kitty Pryde is going to get throughout the fight. And usually in war, I'll go for a special 1 and then I'll build to a special 2. Right before I go to throw my special 2, I'll bait out a special, I'll go for an intercept like that and then throw my special 2, and that's usually enough to finish off the fight. Another one of my go-to options is Falcon, because when Falcon is locked on, he won't give prowess to Kitty Pryde even when she critical hits. Now when you parry, you will still give her prowess, so you're going to have to be conscious of that, bait heavies if you can or if you need to, and then bait out the special 1s, take it to the block, and that will consume her prowess effects. If she does get over 3, then you want to be conscious of her phase ability. You don't want to counter when she's phased, especially because her special attacks will pause the phase, and so if she is phased when she throws her special 1 and then you counter right away, then you'll be attacking into her phase. So you want to be conscious of that and be careful. But Falcon is another great option. And as you can see, if you take the very first blocked hit and dex right away, you can avoid taking block damage from the rest of the hits off the special 1. Another potential counter is Human Torch. As you can see, this is a Battlegrounds matchup. You do want to use the pre-fight ability because the incinerates will fuel Kitty Pryde's prowess potency, and you don't want to do that if you don't have to, and you won't be able to deal damage with your incinerate, so you want to go with the pre-fight if you're gonna go the Human Torch route. Another nice thing is when you are blocking her special 1, then you're going to get the increased smolders because it is doing energy damage. Now here you can see she is phasing now because she's over 3 prowess. I'm trying to bait out a special 1 so we can consume the prowess, and thankfully she threw it while she was no longer phased, allowing us to counter right away. Now we're going back in, building up as much damage as we can. It is giving her some prowess. Again, she threw it without being phased, and if you can attack into her block and be next to her and leave yourself exposed, then she'll usually throw it before dashing in, and that will be a way for you to avoid her phasing. Another one of my favorites, which is kind of unconventional, is Dr. Doom. Now, Dr. Doom does have a passive stun when you go to throw the heavy while they're shocked, and that does give extra prowess. So you're going to be careful. You're going to want to be careful about that. But because a full 5-hit combo chaining on the heavy on the end gives almost a full bar of power, you can get into a cycle where you're pushing her to a special 1, baiting out a special, taking it into the block to consume the prowess, doing another full 5-hit combo ending with a heavy, and that's going to give you a way to bait out the specials and get rid of the prowess, and you're never going to be able to push her over 10 prowess. 10 prowess is really the danger zone. If she gets to 10, she's going to incinerate you through the block, and you really don't want to get into that position. But now you can see we're trying to get close to her and bait out the specials while we're close to her so she doesn't start to phase. And if you can bait them out without her phasing, it makes the fight so much easier. But again, if she's phasing, you just need to play it safe, play it slow, and wait for the phase to expire, and that might mean not countering after her special attack, because again, the phase will be paused during the special attack, so you don't want to counter in while she is phased. And you can see we're getting into a really nice rhythm here where we're baiting out a special attack, going in for a 5-hit combo, baiting out another special attack, and kind of baiting them out really quickly and really fast, and we're taking 1 hit into the block. Unfortunately, because we're using a 3-star, we're taking a lot of block damage, but really, you can get into a very nice rhythm using Dr. Doom, even though he does have that passive stun, giving her extra prowess. But ultimately, I would say champions that can prevent her from gaining prowess are the best option, or champions that can steal the prowess away, like Howard the Duck with a synergy, or if you happen to be lucky enough to have a higher tier Nimrod. Nimrod is a fantastic counter to pretty much all mutants, and Kitty Pryde is a mutant and also has prowess, which Nimrod can take advantage of as well. By attacking in, you'll be turning those prowesses into shock effects, which you've seen me basically removing them and turning them into damage. And then when you build up to your special 2, we're going to see some pretty big damage on that as well. So Nimrod is also just an amazing counter to Kitty Pryde as well as many other mutants. So here's a nice, we're actually building up to 10 charges there. Now we're going to throw our special 2 and get some really nice big damage from a 3-star that is not even ranked up, and just kind of melts her down compared to how much damage we had been doing up until that point. Another nice thing about Nimrod is that you can actually get rid of the prowess in your own kit, so you don't have to bait special 1s to consume the prowess, meaning you can push her to special 2 and worry about taking less block damage. So I really do hope that this video is helpful. Let me know what your favorite Kitty Pryde counters are. Let me know what champion guides you'd like to learn to counter, and I hope to see you in the next video.